Watch this. Come to the dark side. I just had to have fun with that for a second because I noticed that sometimes light has a tendency to play its role in these videos. That's both literally and metaphorically. I wrote something down the other night that I thought it would be fun to kind of just like, I guess, explore it, right? So what I wrote down was, it was kind of like two sentences. It was, I don't have anything to worry about, right? And then within that sentence, I noticed that I could actually change things around to make it sound a little bit different, but also potentially even more powerful. And that is, I don't have to worry about anything. So, I don't have anything to worry about can turn into, I don't have to worry about anything. Why is this important? Why is this something to talk about? Because throughout my entire life, a theme that I've noticed is incessant worry for no reason. And this is actually on par with something else that I wrote last night, which was basically saying, how do you handle stress? You breathe. The breath is the gateway to the present moment, where all possibilities exist. It's very interesting what happens when perceived crisis arises or surfaces. And that is, in this case, for myself, because I'll speak about myself and my own experiences here, I have a tendency to kind of like revert back to the past, or like regress back to a time when familiarity was so strong that it kind of just, whenever something happens, we have like an auto program of how we respond to things. And what I have noticed is that whenever something arises for me, I have a tendency to just kind of go into the mode of, oh God, you know, like that. And I am really teaching myself to just because one of the truest things that I have learned in life is that not only is the breath the gateway to the present moment, but in the present moment, that is where all possibilities exist. And this is on par with the experiences that I've been having over the past, like, week and a half now. The experiences of, just the unknown, the potentials that are alive within the unknown. And the unknown is the present moment. The unknown is the present moment. It's actually a really beautiful thing to not know what you're going to do, because you have more of a chance, I would argue so, of making a really good decision. That is, of course, granted that you're in a good headspace, a good and healthy headspace to be able to make that decision, right? Life has taught me not to react, and sometimes it's very challenging to not react. Because, really the way that it is, comfort and familiarity, they want to keep us, right there. They want to keep us at the low vibe responses. They want to keep us at the stress and the worry and all of that stuff, right? But when we can open our eyes, right? When we when we can not go to the dark side, right? No, I'm just kidding. What is it? Carl Jung, he was talking about, the matter of both the darkness and the light within us, because there is both, right? So I'm not here to say, like, stay in the light and avoid the darkness. No. I'm here to say, understand both in regards to that. But, the other part is giving life a different response than it's used to. Because it's testing you. It is. It's testing me. Life is always testing. It really is. That's the fundamental... Get my mic cleared up here. There we go. That's better. Get the fundamental foundation set up, right? If you can respond with clarity, with reason, with rationality, and not just with, right? Free the self from the familiarity and the comfort, and just allow the self to be grounded with clarity, with reason, with rationale, presence, right? The sky is never falling. I don't think it ever is. And it's also cool because I was watching a video with, I'm pretty sure it was the School of Greatness podcast with Lewis Howes, and the guest was one of my favorites, Eckhart Tolle. And Eckhart was talking about how it's rarely life. It's rarely the happenings of life that mess us up. And it's more often than not the reactions to that life, to that to that life. No, to the events and the circumstances that arise. Right. Something arises. That's one response. Something else arises. Oh man, go from 0 to 100 real quick. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't have to worry about anything. At this point in my life, I am more aware than I've ever been before, and I'm seeing that I have the capacity to respond with a breath. To be aware of the faculty that brings me back to the same comfort and familiarity that has always been present, right? The disaster, the chaos, the or I could just, blow that away, ground myself, and be like, the present moment is where all possibilities exist. The more I pursue familiarity and comfort, the more often the same fucking thing occurs.